Today we're going to be looking at the 5 best ways to get rich as quick as possible here in Minecraft Prisons. Join me as we look at the methods, especially as a brand new map is upcoming here on TalonMC. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back into a brand new episode of Minecraft Prisons. Today, of course, we are back here on the best #1 rated Minecraft Prison server, TalonMC. Back again for another episode at the end of this season, guys. Now, I thought today we'd take a look at some methods in order to essentially get rich very, very quickly here on the server. Now, this is something which is actually probably universal to quite a lot of prison servers, just due to how the economy shapes and everything. But of course, we'll be using TalonMC in order to do it today. With a brand new map coming up this weekend, I thought it would be the perfect time to see how you can kind of get the best start possible as well. Because we're well into our season right now. We are Ascension, whatever we are Rebirth, whatever we are. And realistically, we have a bunch of money and we kind of have every single enchant now. So we actually don't really have much to spend our money on. But of course, we are actually making so much money right now that I thought I'd share with you guys some of my methods. Now, in addition to this, I'm sure there's quite a lot of you watching that are even more experienced, especially on prisons than me. If you have any tips or tricks and you want to share it down in the comment section, I'm sure there'll be people watching that will muchly appreciate that. So definitely check those out as well if you're looking for some more ways to make money. But let's jump right into it with essentially a couple of things. I think I'm going to go over 5 things today in which you could do to make more money. So of course, here on Talon, the main currency for or what would be classed as money will be tokens. So that is what we're going to be focusing on today. First and foremost, this is pretty universal to every single server, but very important on here. You guys want to make sure you vote. So let's just go ahead and grab all the vote links. Make sure that we vote on all of those. Now, every single vote that you do, you're going to get a wheel spin for it. But once you complete all the votes, I'll show you guys what you get then. So once you vote on every single link, you're not only going to receive your wheel spins, you're also going to receive credits. Now, credits are essentially here on the server a currency which you can use to buy things from the item store or from the server store. So essentially, if you just keep voting every single day, of course, you'll be able to stack up those credits. But of course, you do get the vote wheels as well. So for example, we can spin this and you guys will start to see some things which are going to be stuff that we talk about today. So right there, we got ourselves 40 Omega keys and we're going to talk a little bit about keys right now. So you can continue to do all those votes. Of course, like I said, you do get 5. There's a whole bunch of different things in here. You can get blocks of tokens in here, which basically means that whatever is on your pickaxe, the enchants that are on your pickaxe, it will give you that many blocks mined worth of the tokens. So it's a very, very easy way to get tokens. Which brings me on to keyfinder. So this is an enchant that can actually be added to your pickaxe. Now, of course, we've got it maxed out already, but you do want to get this maxed out as soon as possible. Essentially, this is going to give you access to just find keys while you're mining, and those will stack up. As you guys can see, we actually have 900,000 mythical keys right now, which is the top crate or the top tier. And then the rewards in these keys, you can right click to preview, but essentially you can get blocks of tokens in here like I was talking about earlier. And when you've got 900,000 keys, or now over 1 million keys, because I was actually on for a key haul right now, essentially you could just spam this open and I'm sure I'll be able to show you guys. I'll open 10,000 of them right now. Just pay attention to my tokens over there. We currently have 6.92 trill. I'm pretty sure if I open these, yeah, you guys will see that go up pretty quickly. And obviously we're only opening 10,000 at a time and we have literally 1 million in there. So essentially just any ways that you can get keys that will be useful to you, making sure that you're online for all the key hauls that always happen, which I believe happen twice a day. So even if you just leave your account online, honestly, it's quite beneficial. You'll come back to, I mean, exactly what I've got right here is an inventory full of loot boxes. And of course, they added a whole bunch of keys into here as well. So yeah, we have already, what is this? 336, no, I don't even know what that is. 360,000 rare keys. We've got 1.9 million Omega keys and then 1 million mythical keys. So yeah, that will add up, of course. Like I said, you just want to spam open these. I don't even know if we'll be able to. We're just going to spill a whole bunch of items on the floor right now. But yeah, there's plenty of keys to open, which actually brings me directly onto my next point of how you guys can make yourself a lot of tokens. And that is, of course, by salvaging any unwanted items. Now, since it's the end of the season, pretty much, we actually don't want virtually anything that we were just given in that key haul. Obviously, if you were just starting out, then these could be very, very useful to you, these loot boxes, because they can give you the blocks of tokens. As you can see there, one of the legendary items is 960,000 blocks of tokens, which, like I said before, all comes from your pickaxe's enchant. So it basically skips you having to mine 900,000 blocks, which is ridiculous. Since we don't need that right now, we can go into /salvage, and loot boxes are really, really good for it. There are a couple of other items that are really good for it, but let's just chuck in all of our loot boxes for right now, and we'll throw in some common grenades, and you guys will see this is going to give me 30,000 salvage points, which is actually going to get boosted because I have a couple of boosters on right now, and that brings us to 179,000 salvage points. Now, of course, you're going to salvage things that you don't need, so they were things that you weren't going to use anyway. And then if you actually go into the salvage space shop, you can go in here and you can actually buy a weekly crate with your salvage points. So we can essentially now open up one of the best crates on the server, which of course is full of tokens packages, is full of pretty much anything you could want, credits, anything like that is all in here. So let's actually go to spawn and open this up, because I'm sure we'll end up getting some tokens from this, and we can show you guys just how overpowered this will be. So let's just go ahead and see, can we get any token rewards from this right now? I'm sure we will. There we go. Boom. Straight like that. 20 Q tokens, which is the most we've had so far. Some robot eggs right there. Oh, we just got some free credits just like that. We now have plenty of credits. Even more crates, more tokens right there. So just out of that one crate, we managed to get 70 Q tokens, which is pretty much enough to max any enchant that you want. And we also got the credits, which means that if we wanted to right now, we could actually go into the shop and we could buy, you know, some of the brand new OP crates and get even more tokens, like token packages 100 Q in here. So many insane things that we could get from these new voltage crates. And one that does kind of link with everything that we've talked about so far is focusing on currency gaining enchants on your pickaxe, because like I said, a lot of the rewards are based on blocks of tokens. So it's like simulating you mining things. It is all to do with the enchants that you have on your pickaxe. So obviously you want to level up your pickaxe as much as possible just by mining. Then you're going to want enchants that say they focus on, for example, tokens, if that's what you're looking for. So for example, Napalm Strike clearly says here that it grants tokens and gems. You then have enchants just all the way across that will tell you what they earn. So Scavenger, tokens and gems. Carpet Bomb is tokens and gems. So all of those kind of enchants are what you want to focus on, because then just as you're mining, you're going to end up getting so many more tokens. I mean, you can see just on that right hand side, as I'm mining, my tokens are going up crazily. Obviously, you'll be able to see in your token summary, which is in the chat every minute after you've mined, exactly how much tokens you're owning. And then of course you compare that with some of the potions which you might get from the enchants that are slightly higher up, such as the, I believe it comes from Juggernaut. So these are of course from another enchant, which will then boost your currencies even more. So, you know, it is all kind of relative. Everything kind of works together here. So you're going to want to just go crazy on all the enchants that you can possibly get, because after you've added all these enchants, you'll see I've literally gained 4Q just by mining for like, or 5Q just for mining for like 30 seconds. And now a completely secret method that you can use to get rich here on the server is by entering this giveaway. Okay, every single video we of course do a giveaway. Today's giveaway is going to be for 5,000 credits here on TalonMC. Now all you guys need to do to be in with a chance of winning that is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your username, and join the giveaways only Discord that is linked down below in the description, and press the enter button on the respective giveaway. As long as you've done all that, you are officially entered. The winner for this will be picked for the brand new season, so you will get 5,000 credits on launch. So go ahead, get yourselves in, and good luck to everybody who does enter into that one. And then lastly, one thing I'd say is obviously at the start of the season, you are going to be all focusing on your own separate journeys, which means you might get items that are more useful to other people than they are to yourself. So for example, if you don't need a crazy attachment for your pickaxe, but you know, you're seeing it's one of the most sought after ones and you've got it, but it's not really helpful to you because maybe let's say you don't even have the enchant unlocked yet, then what you could do is you could sell that on the auction house to everybody out there that maybe does have the enchant already unlocked. And then of course, when it comes to you actually getting the enchant later on, you can pick it up again because you'll have progressed and you'll have, you know, increased the amount of money that you're earning in general. So it is worth, you know, kind of selling off items that you're not going to be using for a little bit, because it means that you'll get the money now, and it means you can progress now and get the enchants that you need now, because of course the token currency is essentially all just for adding new enchants that are going to give you even more money. So I'd say definitely utilize the auction house into your benefit and just make sure you're selling items that you either maybe even no longer require, or items that you're not going to see the benefit of quite yet, because there will be someone up there that's like one of the top grinders. If they're looking for the top items to help grind, because they'll be making so much more currency than you in general because of all their, you know, different enchants and stuff, they'll be overpaying in comparison to what the item is actually worth to you. Because say I had a tier 10 carpet bomb attachment, but my pickaxe level was 500. It means that I can't even enchant carpet bomb yet, so that tier 10 attachment is completely useless to me. But to the person who has carpet bomb unlocked, that is a super valuable, you know, attachment, and they will probably pay a lot of money for that. And you could even get to the point there where you're not even like selling it for tokens, but you're selling it for a heck ton of credits, and then credits obviously will transfer into tokens if that's what you need. So if you're struggling here on prisons, then there are so many ways that you can, you know, utilize, or so many things that you can utilize to get yourself rich. I think one of the biggest ones to start off with is the keels. Like, you want to make sure you're on for every single keel, because that basically just skips a whole ton of grinding that you'd have to do. And then when you do get hold of these weekly crates, these are the things which will make the biggest difference to you. So those are my 5 different things that you should focus on in order to get richer on the server, which is voting, maxing out keyfinder, salvaging useless items that you don't need, enchanting currency-based enchants that are focusing on the exact currencies that you're looking for, and then auctioning off any items that either aren't useful to you yet or aren't useful to you anymore. more. I'd say it's worth looking around to see what items are actually useful within the economy, because as of week 1 of a brand new map, for example, there won't be tier 10 attachments or tier 10 crystals or whatever. So whatever the highest one available in the economy is at that time will be the most valuable to whoever needs it. There are, of course, a whole bunch of other ways to earn a lot of money, like the battle pass, completing milestone rewards and stuff like that. So those aren't the only things that you can use to make a lot of money here on the server. They're just my main things. And they're things that you can utilize really from day 1. So when this new map launches, which is this Saturday at 3 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. GMT, you can utilize all of those things together to maximize your token gain. So hopefully this has helped you on your journey here on TalonMC, or maybe on any other prison server. There are a lot of features, you know, that are kind of a standard prison feature, so crate keys and stuff like that are always going to help you out. Yeah, this was a different kind of video. If you guys did enjoy it or found it useful at any point, please make sure you do hit that like button. Of course, if you're new to this channel, this is the first video you're seeing maybe, then we do have a let's play here on prisons, so make sure you are coming along for the ride, especially with the brand new season starting soon. Yes, that is going to be it from me today. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next episode of Prisons here on TalonMC.